Yahaya Bello remains wanted, not with us, EFCC. The Vanguard says 80.2 billion naira fraud. Controversy trails ex-Kogi governor Yahaya Bello's visit to EFCC.
Please excuse me for laughing. I'm sure you're wondering what's funny. This story is, to say the least, embarrassing. To put it in simple, plain scenario, for those of us listening outside the country, a wanted man saunters into the agency and apparently is told to go back, but the agency says he's still wanted. In 2024 Nigeria. Because apparently what we're getting from these stories is that, according to Yahaya Bello's spokesman, he says that it was that Yahaya Bello answered the call and walked majestically in the company of the current Kogi governor, who I can comfortably say he installed virtually, in the presence of the Kogi state governor, who ordinarily shouldn't be seen anywhere near there. He should be in his office getting the work done. But they had to escort his paymaster, escorted him to the EFCC. He turns up there, and then the EFCC, according to his spokesperson, he turned back. Yahaya Bello's spokesperson issued one very long press release that I found completely insulting and repulsive, about how he believes in justice and he believes in this, and how he consulted his family, and how... Who do these people think they are talking to? It's time we started reacting to, maybe in the same language that they understand. The man has been wanted as a responsible citizen. In fact, he should never have gotten to the point of being wanted. That's a top citizen of this country, a former governor. You have a question to ask, you have a question to answer, you go jolly well with respect. If there's a need, you get bail. And then you have your day in court. But he sauntered in there majestically. I don't know what the fear was. It was said that he was told to go back. Then the EFCC issues a release. It says that, I don't want to read Yahaya Bello's release. I'm not one who believes in all this. But our PR practitioners and those who are media aides need to tell their principals that in certain instances, it's better not to be ceremonious. Yahaya Bello reported himself to the FCC. Full stop. There's nothing like in the principle of, that's one of the things you see, in the principle of this, the leader of the Yahaya Bello administration of Kogi, who wants to listen to all that? He should go report himself and have his day in court. For all you know, he might be innocent. Well, so the EFCC already says that the commission wishes to state that Bello is not in our custody. He did not deny that he didn't come. He chose his words carefully. That is not in our custody. Bello already declared wanted by the commission for alleged 80.2 billion money laundering charges. Remains wanted with a subsisting warrant for his arrest. Meanwhile, the former Kogi governor claimed that he was asked to leave the EFCC office after he voluntarily submitted himself to the agency's headquarters in Abuja. I think our journalists need to head to the EFCC and grill the spokesperson. Also see if they can grill the, what's it called? This is the chairman, they call him. Mm-hmm. The DG of the EFCC. And ask him how it sounds to him that a wanted person walks into your agency and you tell him to go back and now tell him that he's still wanted. The question I will ask myself, though, and I'm going to ask my favorite brother here, the brother that I love so much. Some even say he looks like me.
Who's that?
Yeah, no, he knows himself.
Okay.
Is that who is fooling who? Who is? It reminds me of Fela's song, I'm a arrangement. Who is fooling who? Who is fooling who? The Vanguard, okay, you already read the Vanguard, and it says Lagos AG falls. Oh, no, not that one.
No, not that one.
The ink code showed up. Controversy to Governor Kogi Yahaya Bello's visit to this thing. Bello has surrendered to EFCC media office. He remains wanted, not in our custody. EFCC. But Sheriff, how do you explain it? That he actually surrendered, if it is true, He surrendered. This is a wanted person. And he got there, and you now tell him go home, and you go back to say he's still wanted.
Even last night, I heard that they went to go and effect the arrest again.
Yes, they surrounded his house. Yes, I saw that in the social media because it's not here.
They were still resisted.
Why would you, when he walked himself, why do you want to go and raid him in such a manner? There are people in Mongo, don't you? Right?
We have this penchant for drama.
It's. I think it's more than that. On a very, very serious note, competence with some arms of government is in question. I say that is my view, and I feel very strongly about it. Competence is very. I have, in the history of crime, I've never heard a wanted person walk into an agency, you tell him to go back, and then still declare him wanted. I don't get it.
It's strange, actually.
It's very strange. It's very strange. All my years, this is the first time I'm hearing of something like this. It got to a crucial point before you declared him wanted. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If he wasn't wanted, I would jolly well understand. But he's wanted. Wanted means that even if I had seen Yahaya Bello in a supermarket, I should pin him down. Oh, yes.
That's what it means, yes.
I reinstalled my pin and bring out the thing in my
Citizens
pocket and tell him to stay there. But he now walks into your office and you just tell him to go back. Maybe one of the changes the president might need to look at could be the headship of that agency. This is a serious indictment, whichever way you look at it, and it calls to question the competence and the thinking in that agency.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
If a wanted man, I'm sorry to keep repeating like a bad record, a wanted man walks into your agency, you can't as much as tell him to sit down and lock the door and have a quick meeting as to what to do with him. Then you tell him to go back, and then your spokesperson now still declares him wanted. So it means that if any individual had found him, because the whole idea of declaring him wanted is that if anybody sees him, grab him, there's a reward. If I had grabbed him and I delivered him to the agency, they will tell him to go home and tell me to go.
Yep. Let's go
and sorry, Sheriff, just one quick one. The governor of Kogi State, the current governor, needs to be his own man. He needs to be very, very careful. I won't say more than that.